there, my name is Svila Beck and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share and subscribe and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. If you enjoy this content, I ask you if you could consider subscribing to my channel. That will help me fantastically. Something else that will be a really tremendous help to me is if you could share on your social media platforms. I am in Facebook jail. I'm in Facebook jail because I enraged a Jodie Whittaker fan by mentioning that the ratings dropped over season 11. Apparently that's hate speech. Well, again, I'm assuming that's why I'm in Facebook jail. I really have genuinely no idea. Somebody else who has genuinely no idea is Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall. So, I'm really, really trying very, very, very hard to be positive and open-minded and open-hearted about season 12 of Doctor Who. Starts tomorrow night. I wouldn't say excited, but I'm like bracing for impact. So what I'm trying to do to get on board is, well, firstly, I'm pretending everything that happened after after episode 2 didn't happen. And I'm raising it from my memory, raising everything Rosa onwards, because either it was preachy, boring, or crap. Just get rid of all of that, and then I think I can go into it with open mind. But something that's making it really, really hard is Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker. They just put out a couple of interviews which just like they basically could have screamed that we hate you all. Please don't watch my show. Which I don't think that's the best way of promoting your show. So how do they do that? They did exactly what they did all through season 11, and they took very divisive positions, and they would pretend these positions aren't divisive, but they are. I get it. In your bubble, Jodie, that nobody disagrees, but your bubble's quite small. Your bubble is quite small, and we don't live in your bubble. An example, those things that you shouldn't be bringing up. Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg is the 16-year-old. I think she's autistic. Girl who got up at the UN and lectured everybody about climate change. Now, I'm not a climate scientist in any way. I have no real idea about climate change. But what I do know is the people who want to completely reshape Western society are people I don't trust in any, because of climate change, are people I don't trust in any way, shape, or form about any subject that I do know about. Like, if you say it's hate speech to believe there are two sexes, well, then I don't trust anything else you say, because for 99.9% of the species for the entirety of human history, there are but two sexes. That's just science. If you want to believe the world is flat, fine, I have no problem with that. If you want to believe gender is fluid, I have no problem with that. And you know what? I might be wrong. Gender may be fluid. You might be right, and you might be right. Gender is fluid. I might be wrong. And fine, so that's fine. But it's still my outlook, my opinion, and it's a valid opinion which has a scientific backing to it. So if you're wrong about everything, I'm not going to believe you about this one thing. Equally, I think it's coming from a hatred of the Western world, their solutions to climate change. I think they want to blame the Western world for climate change, and they want to destroy the Western world for climate change. That's the overwhelming feeling I get from these climate change activists. It seems to me, though, that if we are facing a global climate catastrophe, then we need to stop the countries that are causing. We need to stop the countries that are causing the climate change, which is India and China, as far as I know. So the only way to do that would be to not do angry tweets on Twitter. We got to do conscription, make a massive army, and go and invade those countries, and then impose green laws upon them. So that's the cost of avoiding this global catastrophe. Are you willing to pay that cost? Really? Okay. If you're willing to pay that cost, then at last you're talking like a grown up. We can talk. But other than that, I don't really trust you. So, but in short, Jodie, Greta Thunberg is not a good person to bring up. She's a divisive person. She's a person that I think is being. If she's in your bubble, she's this saintly figure who can't be questioned, and is, she's like got this Christ-like awe about her for you guys. If you're not in your bubble, then she's a child who's being abused to be used as a as a mouthpiece for a cause, and she's being used in a way that you can't question her. She's a child. B, I think she's autistic, and C, she suffers from spontaneous muteness. Normally, when she asks a question that she doesn't know the answer to. And just in general, this is not a person who should be put in the spotlight. She doesn't look like she's so sane. And yes, look, for me personally, last time I saw a blonde, pigtailed European child crying about something, it's because they weren't throwing Jews into ovens quickly enough. So it doesn't really work for me. There's not a name you should invoke to generate universal appeal and acceptance. Something else you shouldn't say to generate universal appeal and acceptance is this article in inews.co.uk. Jodie Whittaker, I don't understand what's politically correct about saying there is still racism within our society. Here's what this is like. You don't understand what's politically correct about it. That's actually ground zero for political correctness because it's completely disingenuous and misleading. Yes, there is still racism in Western society. However, Western society is the least racist society on the face of the planet. I think probably through all of history. These other countries that people on your side of the equation seem to love, like Iran, Russia. All these countries that you favor. They are genuinely racist, sexist countries. But I understand you can't criticize them. So, but I think it's coming from, again, I said this a little bit earlier, I think it's coming from a hatred of the Western world and a desire to denigrate it. That is the essence of political correctness. But let's see what she said in more detail. Because it actually gets worse when you read the detail of what she said. So they're talking about the fan backlash against her frankly awful season 11, which, again, preachy and badly written. And probably badly acted. That's the thing about Jodie Whittaker. I think she's probably a good actress playing like a mother or a girlfriend or so, like she was in anything else. I just don't see that she's got the chops to play the Doctor. She always plays him. She always plays the Doctor like she's talking down, like she's talking to a 4-year-old child, which would make sense because she's a mother and her daughter is only 4, so she doesn't know what it is to talk to like 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds. She doesn't know. She just talks down to everyone, and this is a performance that just isn't working. But I digress. Well, I'm still trying to go into season 12 with an open mind. But see what she's leading me to. This is the negativity she's leading me to through her sheer stupidity. So I asked how she felt about this backlash in quotes, because they can't admit there was a backlash. No, there was a backlash. Fandom thoroughly hated your season. Even the ones who didn't mind you, not everybody. The vast majority of people said the writing was very weak because the writing was very weak. Whittaker lets out a bitter laugh. You know why she let out a bitter laugh? It's because she doesn't like criticism. She talked about when she talked about Greta. She talked how brave she was because she opened herself up to criticism. No, you do a bad job. You do it very publicly and openly. You are open to criticism. What's interesting to me, she says, is we did this episode about Rosa Parks, and it highlighted Rosa Parks' heroic moment in history. Yes, okay, that's something we can all agree on. But it also highlighted that modern society is still suffering from a lack of progress in some people's attitude towards different people. Yes, that's true, but I think the people who do that most are you, Jodie Whittaker, and you, Chris Chibnall. What diversity is there in the Doctor Who writers' room? I don't think there's any. Do you have any Brexit voters there? Do you have any Trump voters? No, you don't. You have zero diversity. You have people who live in your bubble and your bubble alone, and that's really the bottom line. You're representative of of ground zero of political correctness, which is racism. You beat banging on about how we're still racist. You're the freaking racist, idiot! You're the one who keeps judging people on their skin color, on their sexual orientation, on their religion, on their beliefs. You're the one who prejudges everyone, not us. So, see what other stupidity she says. She pauses for a moment and raises her hand with a shrug. I just don't understand what's politically correct about saying there's still racism in our current society. I just don't understand. Again, it's because you're being disingenuous and misleading. You're presenting Western society as evil and racist when it isn't. Now, the reason I think you're doing that is because there were people that you lost elections. Elections didn't go ways that you wanted them to. I can't imagine the recent British election went the way you wanted to. I know the Brexit election didn't go the way you wanted to. I'm sure the Trump election didn't go the way you wanted it to. And so the reason you say that all that happened is because people were duped. People are either racist or duped by racists. No, that's your bigotry showing. Your bigotry is like on full display right now, and it honestly, it's vile and it's off-putting. And one place it shouldn't be in a thing that's supposed to promote your TV show. What this does is repel people from your TV show. This is how can I put this? This is in promotional terms anti-Viagra. that that is what these interviews are, and it's breathtaking to me that there was nobody on the marketing team that went, "Oh my God, we cannot let this go out. It will destroy us." But there's nobody on the marketing team that did that. Why? Because there's zero diversity in Christian or Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who. The thing that they bang on about most, there's zero in it. So I have all these negative feelings now towards Jodie Whittaker, towards Christian, and towards Doctor Who, directly from their promotion of it. That's a job badly done. So I am hoping against hope that all these warning signs that I've got that this series is going to be awful are going to come to nothing. Yeah, I still got to hope that these opening 2 episodes, they want to make a big splash and get people in for the season. I really hope they just want to deliver a delightful fantasy adventure show. I just doubt that that Chibnall has the writing chops and Whittaker has the acting chops to do it. But you know what? This is really genuinely the truth. I hope they prove me wrong. We will know in a day and a half now. It's not long to know. Actually, you know what? We won't know. We won't know till for 10 weeks. Because again, I think they can hold it together for 2 weeks. So they can do 2 weeks of fun episodes without it degenerating into it being preachy. That's how they did it for season 11 anyway. Hopefully, yeah. Although they couldn't keep their mouth shut just for these stupid interviews. God, have somebody on your staff that goes, "Oh no, that's going to play badly. Don't do that." Maybe have a bit of diversity. My name is Sheila Becken, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, subscribe, ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And please, generally, if you like what I had to say, please subscribe. If you have a comment, please comment. I actually do enjoy the comment. It takes actually a lot of time out of life to deal with the comments, but my channel is still small enough I can interact with all of you personally. So yeah, if you deeply disagree, let me know what you think. Thanks so much and have a great day.